up, Voodoo Tribe? It is your girl Naja, and I'm back with another video looking crusty as hell. This is going to be another tribe talks. The point of these tribe talks is not for me to look all glammed up. It's not like, here, let me move my camera a little bit. You guys can see I have like a bun going on. As I was saying, the point of these tribe talks is not for me to be all glammed up in front of this camera. I'm just like coming to you as my friend and just talking to you about relevant things going on in the world. I tried out this segment a few days ago with the RuPaul topic, and I just want to clear something up. Tribe Talks is not going to be like a drama channel segment of my channel. Like, it's not going to be some investigative bringing you the facts ass video, okay? Because a lot of you guys in the video were like, oh, that's not right, you need to brush up on your facts, you need to brush up on your facts. But it's just like, that's not the point of the video. The point of the video is to have a discussion. Not once did I say this is A, B, C, D. I said maybe this is why A is going on, maybe this is why B is going on, maybe this is why C is going on. Here's some clips about why I might think that. Like, it's different if you're like, hey Naja, I seen the same clip and it might mean this instead of what you said, because that's the whole point of Tribe Talks, is to have an open discussion, see where everybody's mind is at on the current world, what we're going through right now, and mold your opinion or make you have a different outlook of what's going on. But instead, all I got was, you're wrong, you should have did more investigative research. And I'm like, that's not what the fuck I do. That's never been what I do. Like, I tell stories about my life on here. I like talking about real ass topics, and I just thought that Tribe Talk would be a good segment because from what I see in my comments, a lot of you guys are very mature and level-headed, and I just want to see where everybody is at. So please do not think that this segment is like a drama segment, a news segment, an investigative segment. Like, it's not like that at all. We're just fucking talking. We're just having a kiki, okay? You can still have your wine and your Capri Suns, ain't shit changed. But it's not like that. We're just having a topic that's relevant and we're going to talk about it. So as you guys can see from this video, we're going to be talking about arming teachers in America. And the reason why I am talking about this is because I had heard through the grapevine that my state of Florida might actually be passing this bill to arm teachers in the classroom. And you guys know Florida's trigger happy as fuck, like very fucking trigger happy. This guy just got sentence recently. This girl from Philadelphia drove down to Jacksonville to go to Jacksonville University, and this guy in a road rage incident shot her point blank in the head. Like, shit like that happens here all the time. People constantly are shooting other people. I live maybe like 2 minutes up the street from where Jordan Davis was shot. A lot of my friends are friends, well, we're friends, I'm sorry, with Jordan Davis. He was in my age group. It's just like, Florida is very trigger happy, okay? So it did not surprise me that that got passed, or that was even thinking about getting passed, to be honest. And now I hope that YouTube doesn't view this as a political video, because I do not speak on politics or religion. That's one area that I am not willing to talk about on these Tribe Talks, because I feel like that is just a no-no area in life. Like, you have to be very selectful on who you want to share that area of your life with in like real life. Like, fuck the internet, I'm talking about real life. Like, when you meet people, you got to be very selective on who you have those conversations with, because it can cause conflict. But the whole point of these Tribe Talks is that I want to get those opinions of you guys out there, and like, because I feel like having a constructive conversation eliminates hate, because then you can have an understanding of the other person's side. So I am sure that some of you guys are going to be for these teachers having guns, some of you guys are not going to be for it. Now, I am not for teachers having guns, okay? I'm not for it. Now let me elaborate. I'm pro guns, okay? I'm pro guns. I'm pro guns with psych evaluation, okay? I understand Florida has risen the age range of how old you can be when you purchase a gun, because it used to be 18, now it's 21. I still feel like they need to do that extra step in doing a psych evaluation before you can purchase a gun. Now, this is when the catch-22 happens, because just because you do a psych evaluation before you let someone purchase a gun, that does not mean that there is no Pablo in Mexico or Cambodia, I mean not Cambodia, or Colombia, making guns with no serial numbers, shipping it to Miami, and then it's dispersing around the United States.
It has no serial number, it's completely untraceable, and it's 100% legal. It's known as a ghost gun, and we bought one online with no background check or waiting period.
Guns aren't gonna go anywhere. We have way more guns than people in the world. It's just not gonna go anywhere. But there needs to be better regulations, obviously, because we keep having bullshit pop off where these fucking angry ass children are taking other people's lives because they're hurting on the inside. So it's like, but that's a whole nother different video. Like I said, I'm pro guns. I've shot guns before. I'm 20 years old. I could legally have a gun. You know, you hop up in my house, boom, boom, clack, clack. Don't come in my shit. Like, you know, like, I'm very all for that. But I feel like you have to have that mental capacity to understand that by you having a gun and shooting a gun, you can get shot. You could get shot. Like, something happened in my city where these two boys walked up on each other, and there's actually a footage. I'm gonna show the footage, but I am gonna blur it out because it's kind of graphic. This dude pulled his gun out like he was about to shoot, and he wasn't quick enough, and he got shot, and he got killed in cold blood. And the boy that shot him did not go to jail because he stood his ground, because he was defending himself. Because if he wouldn't have pulled out faster, he would have got shot. He would have been the kid on the fucking pavement. It's like it's never 100%. It's never 100%. And I feel like it's different in other countries because it's kind of harder to obtain like a gun. In America, you could just go to the fucking, well, not anymore, but you used to be able to go to Dick's Sporting Goods and get a fucking gun. So why I feel like teachers should not be armed with guns is because I just think back to when I was in high school and when I was in middle school. Teachers are human too. Teachers are human too. Adults, you guys don't think that kid that got bullied doesn't grow up into a fucking hurt adult? Like, that's why I'm just like, how do you, then it goes all back to the mental evaluation. How do you know that they are mentally capable of shooting a gun, okay? That's one. Then, how do you know that they have that in their spirit to hop in front of somebody else's child when they have their own family, when they didn't sign up for that shit? They signed up to teach your kids, and that's it. They didn't sign up for the military. They didn't want to be a police officer. They didn't want to be a fucking, you know, like a security guard. They went to college to be a teacher and to teach children. I bet you none of them sitting in their fucking college professor's classroom expected that they would have to hold a gun at some point and actually jump in front of a bullet. Because if somebody's coming up in the school with a fucking assault rifle and you just got a little Glock, who's gonna win? Like, it's just one of those things where you just cannot be prepared. And I feel like instead of giving teachers guns, I feel like they need to hire more security at schools instead and arm the security. Because then at least if you are trained to have a gun, you know that a gun is not necessary for every fucking situation, and they can handle that better. Here are some memes that I saw on the internet of like poking fun about on why teachers should not have guns. I know all that was really lighthearted and all that, but like that's like what I was talking about, like me flashing back to me in high school and middle school and shit. I had some unstable ass teachers. Like, they would pop off, they'll be like, shut up class, stop talking. Like, y'all know they're human. They have those fucking breakdowns sometimes, and like, God forbid they have something going on in their personal life and then they turn into some fucking mass shooter, right? So it's like, you never fucking know. Like, you never know. What is a teacher going to do when one of their own students is the one shooting? And what people don't realize is that there are some people out there who will purposely draw a gun so that they can be killed because they don't want to live anymore. So what are you going to do when you have a student that's like not really a threat, but they don't even want to be here no more, and now you got to be that person to take their life? Like, that is some heavy shit. That is some deep, heavy shit. And I don't think it's fair to put all that responsibility on these teachers when that's not what they even initially signed up for. Now, I feel like it's different if you have a teacher who was like ex-military and they just wanted to go back to school for teaching real quick because college was free and they like educating. Like, that's different. Like, I feel like if they were to arm teachers, you need certain teachers with particular training, not fucking Miss Blueberry that teaches English and Art 101. Like, no, we need, you know, Mrs. 007 that was in the Marine Corps. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like there needs to be a lot of thought if they were to do it, but it's just, it's just such a taboo topic. It's just very taboo. And then how are they gonna store these guns in the classroom? Like, how are they gonna keep the guns away from the children? Like, who thought of this idea? Like, who was like, it'd be neat, it would really work if we just gave the teachers guns, since all the mass shootings happens in the schools. But that's not true. You got mass shootings at churches, you got mass shootings at the clubs, like, you got mass shootings at hospitals. Like, in Orlando, like 2 hours down from where I live, this boy in middle school shot himself in the head at school. He didn't shoot other people, but that's why it's just so much that goes into it. I will say, this does not have to do with school, but at my old job that I used to work at, I'm not gonna lie, I did have a coworker, and she was registered to carry, and I just knew that she just loved guns. She went out to the range a lot, and she let us know that she did have a weapon in her car, and that she did have a small gun that could fit in her purse. And I'm not gonna lie, that made me feel comfortable, because around that time in Orlando as well, this guy had gotten let go from his job. He came back about a year later and shot everyone in there because he could not find work after they fired him.
According to investigators, 45-year-old Army vet John Robert Newman, armed with a knife and a pistol, targeted and murdered his former co-workers before then turning the gun on himself.
Is a former employee of this business. He was fired sometime in April of this year.
And that made me feel safe knowing that somebody in my general facility, if push came to shove, because she parked right by the entrance, she could run to her car, get a gun, possibly hand her other one to somebody else in my department that is registered to carry, and it just makes me feel more safe. Now, like I said earlier, if somebody comes up in there spraying some fucking machine gun, we're fucked, but at least we can injure something or something like that, right? But I don't think that children have that mental capacity to even understand that safety. I really wonder, like, are children scared of their teachers having guns? Or like, because I know I thought guns were scary for a long time as well, because I've seen people getting shot when I was younger, and like, like, it took me until I got to adulthood and I actually like learned how to properly use a gun, and I went to a range and I like shot a gun and I understood the power of a gun. That's when I started to have more of a respect and I stopped being scared. But as a child, I was scared of guns. So that's why I'm really wondering how these children are going to react to knowing that guns are in their classroom. I just want to know, what do you guys think? There is no wrong answer in this situation. It's all opinion. Tell me, do you guys think that teachers should be armed? Do you think only certain teachers should be armed? Do you think that they should get a heightened security in schools so that teachers should not have to be armed? Do you think by teachers being armed that mass shootings in schools will ever stop? You guys, if you are not American, how does your country go about their gun laws and stuff like that to prevent situations like this from happening? Because I know ever since Australia established their shit, they haven't had a mass shooting in years. So let me guys know, if you're not American, how does your country handle this shit? And yeah, it was nice talking to you guys. I look forward to reading your comments, and I'll see you guys next time, and I'll look a little bit more jazzed up. Bye.
The truth will set you free, but first it'll piss you off.